Hi, we're here at the house church. It's called the Uncrowded House. Here up on the mountain in Hamilton, kind of up by the airport. And this is a new church plant up in this way. And thought we'd talk to some of the participants a little bit about the history and how things came to be. So this is Dan Sheffield and Alison. What's your last name? McKinnon. Alison, why don't you tell us a little bit about how this project came to be?
We were attending another Free Methodist church here in Hamilton, where we met Dan and Kathy. And I think it was sort of Dan's vision who invited us in, shared the idea. Actually, we started a Bible study, I think, is first how we did it. We had a weekly study group together.
Yep.
And after about a year or so of that, shared his idea of possibly planting a church, a house church.
So Dan, tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing and kind of how things work here. What do you guys do?
Well, we've been together for the last couple of years, and it's a small group, but really grew out of a study, a discipleship group, talking about how do we grow up in Christ, and then starting to figure out how to do this together as a grouping of people that may be a bit uncomfortable with sort of the way church is done kind of regularly, and wanting to be very inclusive of the kids and intergenerational, and also more participatory. Everybody in our group kind of shares in the process with our Sunday gathering and so on. And so I think those kind of things of participatory, of doing sort of a smaller grouping that really, I think, engages in each other's lives throughout the week, 24/7 almost, some weeks. So yeah, that's sort of rooted in discipleship, of growing up in Christ, and doing that in everyday life. Okay. And then it shows up in the Sunday gathering as well.
So I know this isn't necessarily a settled question, but what do you guys imagine the future looking like for Uncrowded House?
Go ahead, Alison.
I think that's sort of been part of the learning for us, is just we're not where we thought we would actually be. Like, we imagined we'd have another family with us by now and different things, and that hasn't happened. But what has happened has been tremendous growth in terms of leadership, in terms of our own spiritual growth, in terms of the growth of our kids. So I kind of feel, and I've shared this before, that God is sort of preparing us for something soon. I don't know that we know what that looks like or what that is, but I think we're ready for it now. So that has been sort of a 3-year process. You may think something entirely different.
No, I think what Alison has said is pretty significant, because I've had to sort of step back and say, okay, the way forward actually is a deepening process. And what Alison said about the learning and the growth and the leadership development within the group that we've got, we're kind of anticipating God's actually going to do something a little bit beyond our imagining. And which, having planted a church before, kind of along a different paradigm, this approach has really been a sort of a challenge to step back and, God, what is it you're asking us to do, rather than what's the plan that we've got. And so I think that's we're ready for the next step, and that's been as the result of developing the people for the next stage. Okay. So yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much for some words and letting us know what's going on here.